Everyone, it's 10 to 7 on Monday the 11th of September. We're about to go into church, and at the end of the church service we will be watching the Abbots Bromley Horn dancers taking down their horns and then starting off on the whole day.
God, your Son was content to share the life of his village of Nazareth. Bless the life of this village with your continued presence. We thank you for those who have lived here, worshipped in former generations, and for their ancient customs now handed on to us. Bless all who visit the parishes this day. Give them joy in their hearts, surround them with your loving care, and bring them safely to their journey's end. Amen.
The men then are starting to moan. Where you put the caravan, the back of the... On the back of the king's head, not in the usual Come on, Dave, sort these rounds out. Hey! We were saying last night, remember that bloody American guy at the Bagot last year? He kept trying to smack the horn, didn't he? I've got two split discs. That's why I did it about 5 weeks ago. And I tried dance this morning and I was just like, you know what, it's not happening. It's not working.
I was already in when you went through. Yeah, my head, I'm like, I think that's coming. It already said, you ready?
Here we are in the first spot, the first stop, and we've been going for about 40 minutes and dancers are having their first cup of tea and we're watching the dancers have their cup of tea.
No horses, is there?
There is a horse, yeah. Yeah, there is a horse down here in a minute. Carry the horse. Yeah, no mind. That's not a very nice.
Oh, sunshine.
Thank you. Fine, sir.
Hey!
Streets are mate. Ready when you are, mate.
We are at the Abbots Arms and it is 2:30 and we have bailed from going all the way over the reservoir over to Blissfield so that we're Hall. I was going to say Manor Hall. So we've skipped on that to have something to eat and to have and also to retain our parking place and also to keep out of the rain. So all that's good as far as we're concerned. The big church, the plant seat is just there. I'm looking over Keith's shoulder to see if they're about to come because we're waiting for them any moment to be coming back from that direction, and then we can give ourselves a couple of minutes to talk about what on earth this is. So we've had some lovely conversations with people from the local history group and read the exhibition in the church and in St Anne's School, and needless to say the origins are in the midst of time. But we do know that in medieval times there was this dancing because the hobby horse in the church has a medieval frame. We know one of the reindeer antlers that they're dancing with has been dated to 1,000 years. I'm looking to Keith, is it the antlers or the horse's head? It is the antlers. And but the chappie says the others have not been carbon dated, so he was very clear that all's to play for. We don't know, and what we don't know we really don't know. There are the deer dancers, and there's Marion, Maid Marion, there's the little boy who's Robin Hood with his bow and arrow. Maid Marion's spoon is old, the little bow and arrow is a replacement, and there's the hobby horse. So they do this wonderful pattern of kind of greet and retire and this spiral pattern, and they move around the whole village. And of course it's been a long day for them, even though the first time we came here, I can't describe to you our dismay when they all piled into the minibus and left us, which kind of was a real shock. And at the same time, yeah, hats off to you, because it was a horrible walk all the way across the reservoir in the hot day. Anything we've missed, Keith? You happy with that? Okay, so we'll wait for when they're back for the evening dancing. Right, so there you can see behind over my shoulder, they've come back from Blissfield Manor, or Hall, which is it?
Hall, I think.
Blissfield Hall. I don't know that bit. And there's the jester leading them, and you can see them coming back, and then we'll be following them around the town. Great. just gone 5 o'clock. We have another 3 hours to go before we put the horns, the antlers, back in the church, which is down that way. But we've had to bail out at the moment and seek refuge in the car, and you could probably hear how torrential the rain is at the moment, and seem to have Keith's beer as well. So it's we're now debating not going all the way around the back of the village and up and around, depending on what this weather does, and taking in one of our other great delights, and that is sitting in the pub and watching the Morris. Anything to add there, Keith?
I think that'll do, won't it?
I think that's plenty. It's 7:30 and it has stopped raining, and over my shoulder you can see that we're leaving the last park to go back into the village centre, meeting the other Morris dancers, and then going to put them back in church and put them to bed for a year.
Give it anybody else, I want the lads to have it. Well, my hope is that I'm lying there in bed, that's another thing, with a piece of my mother's furniture, and that's why I have a king size bed, and I wanted to move this piece of furniture so I could decorate the living room. So I put it on the bed with the mattress on, and got it to the other side of the bed that's heavy. It's small, and I managed to get it to the other side. When I've done the decorating, far easier without the mattress on and wobbling too much. So I took the mattress off, took the cabinet up, put it on the bed, and kept it in the bed. Because the mattress is steady weight. When I put it on without the mattress, it went through the bed. So I broke the bed.
Has anybody else got any money?
Got a single bed.
It's 12 hours since we started, it's 8:22, and we've just arrived back at the Crown in the centre of the village before going over to put them to bed in the church. See what you can see, probably can see better. Absolutely right.
bread and wine this morning.